So it's Friday, the last business Friday of my company for 2025. We're going to a shutdown next week and the week after. So it's a good time to look back just on the week, not necessarily the whole year. Maybe I'll do that next week. What's important is to find out who you are and how you fit in to society. And by society, I mean with those you're working with or those you live with. And what do those people need? What does the society need that you can fill that others don't do so well at filling in? And where I found out who I was by putting myself in the position of being with strangers near home and away in different countries. And also when I started working and I found my way into a retail store where nobody really cared about you that much, they were on their own agenda. I found I was the guy in the retail store who quickly understood the computers and could explain it to somebody else. I never thought of doing that for a living, but I could do it. And so when they needed someone in the computer systems department to be the new operator, they took me because of that skill, despite the fact I had never taken a course in computer science before. The first day of work, the senior developer taught me the difference between a file and a program. Imagine that. And there I was, the daytime system operator for the IBM system. And that led to eventually coming to Silicon Valley. So I knew who I was, how I could contribute, and then I had another opportunity to contribute when they needed documents written, and I wrote most of them. And I turned that into a technical writing career that again led me into Silicon Valley. So how do you fit in? Like, what are you good at that other people don't like doing? What are you good at that people value and would pay for? That's the most important part. There is something to follow your passion, but follow your passion in a way that works with the society you're working with. And even better, follow your passion into something that can pay for itself very well, that may be a little bit boring to others, you don't have competition, and also useful to those who get the results of your labor. So this has all been pretty general so far because I'm just getting started. What I'm looking at is how can I fit into the society in San Francisco that's working on AI products? And the majority of that's in San Francisco right now. There's not a lot of that in San Jose. Maybe a few people doing some things here, but not compared to San Francisco. So I'm going in cold. What are you doing? Oh, a lady said to me on Wednesday night, I help people build businesses and get funding and their first clients. What is your business? She was ready for me to give her my elevator pitch. She was looking for a return on potential investment. And I was there sort of groping around in the dark, which is okay. And she was pleasant about it, but the conversation ended quickly when she realized I wasn't ready to present anything. I'm working towards that, but I'm presenting it verbally first to strangers who are in the community and trying to work out how I can work with them. I'm not going to be the smartest guy in the room. I'm going to be the guy the smart people come to help them facilitate their program or their application. I can take a complex system and explain it to ordinary users. And I can also sense how the ordinary users are responding to this new equipment and bring their information back to the developers or even the founders of these companies. One quick side note, I have a friend who spent years at Netflix and he was in the position of hiring engineers. And they hired many PhDs at Netflix. And it looks great on paper, but they found that people with PhDs, generalization here, not everybody, but could be said for most of them, were very good at analyzing and building frameworks and not so good at executing quickly because the environment they came from in school was being surrounded by other people, like-minded people who had made a career out of research, publishing, and lecturing. And now they're putting themselves in a situation where they had to execute quickly with something that was probably imperfect, even maybe below their standards. And when I was at an event last Friday in San Francisco at San Francisco State University, it was called AI for Good, which is okay. I wanted to see who it attracted. I wasn't really all that interested in the presentations. But they had a marathon of 2 hours, 30 startups pitching for 2 minutes and taking 1 minute of questions. It seemed to me that almost half or maybe slightly more than half of these startups, their founders were PhDs. And that's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. Two things. First of all, is the AI traction so great it's leading people out of academia into business? Could be. Secondly, can people with a PhD, especially long-established people with PhDs, make the transition to a startup where the need is something done now, not done perfectly? It's like the old cliche about B movies. I need this movie made by Tuesday. I don't need it good, I need it Tuesday. So it's going to be an interesting trend to watch, and I'm going to be watching it. My intention for 2026 is to go one evening a week to an event, preferably in San Francisco, but maybe a little other places in the peninsula or so on, wherever the groups are meeting, and find out how I fit in. By the summer, I want to have a really good idea how I fit in and how I can be valuable. And in parallel, I'm going to be already started experimenting with the people I work with in my company where I'm an employee. That's a society. They have needs. There's things that most people find boring that I do well. How many of those things would they gladly pay for and even let me transition into doing full time because no one else wants to do it and the work is valuable? If you can do that, you've got gold, my friend. Anyway, let's carry on. Come along the journey with me. Try your thing. It can be stupid. My definition of stupid is untested. Not that it's a bad idea. I call a stupid idea one that hasn't been tested yet. Test your stupid ideas and make them into a good idea. See you next time.